speaking of before, as Dula had mentioned, we have been agreeing on most things this evening. Let's see if we can change that up a little in our newest segment, Bold or Cold Take. Each of us are going to go around the table and say a statement that we firmly believe, and the others will say if it's bold or if it's cold.
And you're the oldest, you go first.
He's 37 tomorrow, folks.
23. Alright, so my bold take is that the
That's what you said.
Caesars in Vegas has the Mets over-under for wins at 83.5. I'm going over.
Oh, that's the coldest take I have ever heard.
I'm going over.
That's the coldest take. I gotta write that down. I gotta write that down.
We gotta let you
Mets,
know you
how
made
many?
that take.
Over how many?
83.5.
I'm going over. It might be 84. I'm going over.
84 wins for the Mets.
On this one.
Whoa.
So, a healthy
You gotta
Syndergaard
hear him out, yeah.
with DeGrom.
I like
if
this.
Wheeler can
When's the last time you saw a healthy Syndergaard?
But you don't know.
Yeah.
But if Wheeler can be the Wheeler from the second half, if Mats can figure it out, which this is.
Mats is the
You're
one.
talking about every
Time.
single one of these guys besides DeGrom is always hurt.
But then they added Jed Lowry.
The Mets couldn't
They
even.
You're
added
saying Jet Lowry's gonna get them more
Nine
wins?
of DeGrom.
99
One guy.
RBIs. 99 RBIs last year's bad. They
All right.
added Wilson Ramos. They're
Wilson
gonna
Wilson Ramos
they're
is
gonna
good. Yeah,
add
Wilson Ramos
AJ
is
Pollock
very
or
good.
Adam Jones.
But he was
They
the
have-
best.
That's only speculation.
They have Cano.
DeGrom is the best pitcher in
Edwin
baseball last
Diaz.
year,
And it was over the hill.
He was the
He's over.
500.
He's not
because they couldn't hit. They were that
They
bad.
added a lot of players.
They were that
And they're in the NL East. You know how tough the NL East is? You got the Braves, you got the Phillies, you got the
That's
Nationals.
tough. That's tough.
You know,
I'm sticking with my
Listen,
bold
I
take.
love your bold take. It is
I like
cold as ice.
no, I'm
I will
actually.
also say that is a cold take.
It's as cold as it is beyond the
Yeah,
wall
it
this
is.
winter, folks.
I don't think I actually believe
Wow.
because I think their starting pitching can't be that good.
They're
And
starting
I think
pitching.
they didn't have a
healthy
catcher.
starting pitching.
You know, if
and
they-
if Mats could at least find the strike zone every now and then,
Let's
everybody
go-
will
let's
talk
go
about
through-
me.
let's
We'll
go
talk
through
about
this position
75
real quick.
wins.
Let's go through the positions. They added Wilson Ramos. Who can
Wilson
hit.
Ramos is good. I
Wilson
like
Ramos,
him.
that's a good
I'll
addition.
give you
Very
that
good
one.
addition.
I'll give you
How
that
come every team has a stud rookie? How come the Mets' Peter Alonso can't be a good rookie? They have Lowry, Cano, Rosario, McNeil. That's a good little infield. You can have Conforto.
McNeil's next.
If they add another outfielder, like Jones or Pollock, they have Nimmo. Cespedes is supposed to come back. I don't think he
The
will.
Mets start 9-1 this year.
11-1.
11-1.
Yeah, but look what happened. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, the Mets, this is the Mets here, and wasn't.
And I'm not a Mets fan.
And then DeGrom,
but
he was a bad man last year.
He was.
Also-
He
It
was.
was unbelievable.
they also have Edwin Diaz. They have Jurius Familia. I mean, I think 83.5 is a
When's
good little
Familia
number.
going to be in prison again? That's what I want.
Leave Familia alone.
I don't
He
know.
doesn't have the pressure of being a closer. He gets to be the eighth inning guy. I just don't think 83.5 is that hard to reach. I think they're gonna hit it.
I don't know about that. I mean, you're very optimistic for the Mets. I like your.
Now, your issue now is you're a Yankees fan. You're going to have to root for the Mets now until they get to 84 wins.
Well, we gotta hang this up on the fridge.
How much you putting on that
So
over?
you just put yourself in a hole.
I'm gonna hang this up on the
I
fridge.
like that
with
take though.
magnets.
I don't see it because did you think the Braves would be as good as they were? This
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, we talked
Young
about
Yeah,
talent.
we did. I said.
that. Should we say our,
I-
prediction from 3 years ago?
Yeah, look, 3 years ago when the Yankees made all this trades, we said Braves Yankees will be in the World Series in 2019, which is 2019 now. So we'll see what happens. That's not my bold take at all. But we
That's
did say
pretty
3 years ago.
realistic,
3 years ago we
That's
said
scary,
the World Series would be Braves Yankees in 2019. So we'll see what
You
happens.
also told me before the year. You said, young fantasy football Padawan talking to me. You said Mahomes is going to be MVP this year. Draft him.
Yeah.
I said, okay, sir, and I drafted him, and
Yeah.
it's looking, pretty strong.
My crystal ball doesn't lie to
Yeah,
me.
I'm a believer in the Braves, but I'm a doubter in the Phillies. I don't think they're as good
Yeah,
as
the,
people
Phil-
think
the
they
Phillies,
are.
What if they get
Phillies
Bryce?
fell off towards the end of
Yeah,
last
they
year.
looked.
We're a
they
different
looked bad.
conversation.
That's a
If they get one of the two big guys.
That's a conversation for another day, though.
And even the Nationals. If they
Still
don't-
a conversation for another
All
day.
signs of